Hey, coconuts. Welcome to another game. Welcome to An Empty Dream, a Girl by Moonlight game. I am Mal, or Archangelic. I am going to be the director tonight. Let's have these folks introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Chantel. My pronouns are they, them. I play Winifred, aka Nif. To her friends, her pronouns are she, her. And in my transcendent form, I am Concordia, whose pronouns are they, them. And I'm playing the Harmony.
Hello, everyone. I am Elle. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Carrie Milan Evander Leal. Pronouns also they, them. As a transcendent, they are Lycos, and they are the Outsider playbook. Dozens. Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm Dozens. My pronouns are he, they. I play Janice Quinn, the time traveler, and when her pronouns are she, her, and when she's transcended, she becomes Kronos. Pronouns it, its.
Hello, friends. I'm Siliqui Jaden. You can find me most places online as Fat Sapphic Bro. I use they, them pronouns. I'll be playing the unlikely hero, Calliope Rodriguez, she, her pronouns, and the transcendent form is Verdage, they, them pronouns. Welcome back to our space here at Lantern Light Adventures. This is home to all of our TTRPG and related content on Twitch. All of our games are also uploaded to our Lantern Light Adventures YouTube channel. There's a link to our link tree in the chat right now that you can click, and it will take you to all of our various social media pages so you can follow us everywhere we are. If you want to keep up to date on everything we're doing, feel free to also join our Discord, which is linked in the chat. And if you want to play with us or GM for us, you can fill out the TTRPG actual play interest form, which is linked in the link tree. And once you fill out that form, I will email you back with our TTRPG consent form, and then we can match you with games from there. Please understand we can't necessarily accept everyone, as we want to make sure our tables all share a good vibe where everyone will have a good time and feel safe. And it may also take some time to get you worked into a game, but please be patient and feel free to reach out to me with any questions or concerns you have. We will be streaming this Girl by Moonlight game every Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. PST. This will be a shorter campaign and will run for about 15 sessions. We really hope you enjoy it as much as we have enjoyed playing and putting it together thus far. On Sundays from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. PST, we stream The Era of the Dragons, our D&D actual play. We take the last weekend of the month off to work on editing and producing more content for y'all, so we do not stream The Era of the Dragons on the last Sunday of the month each month. And we also will not be streaming this Sunday because we have some players with other commitments. And then most Mondays from 3 to 6 p.m. PST, Archangelic and I will be streaming, the two of us playing video games or board games. We've decided to start with Baldur's Gate 3. We've had a few sessions so far. It's been a lot of fun. We'd love if folks could come and hang out with us while we play, and we may even be inviting guests to play with us from time to time. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to reach out to me. And that's it for announcements. So back to Mel.
Thank you for doing those announcements. Let's just go ahead and get right into things. Taloned feet walk across the metal grated floors of a large room. The space is filled with the stark blue light of screens dynamically showing graphs, images, locations, and messages. At the other end of the room, a figure holds a tablet in his metallic clawed hand, the information displayed reflecting across the visor that obscures his face. The talon-footed person approaches him, her iridescent black wings neatly tucked behind her. She wears a golden breastplate, and her black and blue hair is tightly braided against her head. She appears ready for war. She kneels before the helmed figure. "At ease, soldier," he says. "Why do you disturb my work?" She stands up, appearing impossibly tall against him. "I've heard of your new plan to enter the world of the dreamers. I want to offer my services." The helmed figure looks her up and down. He removes his helmet, revealing a feline face, white around the pronounced jowls, giving way to long black fur. His green eyes narrow to a slit. "I know of you. You know that Lycos is out there. I have no sympathy for them, and I have no patience for anyone holding back. I expect you will follow my orders, no matter what. I assure you, Blacktail, I will do as you command. Now back to Louise with the weather. Thanks, Hank. It's a beautiful sunny day over the entire South Bay area with a high of 75, a perfect day to go see the UCSM soccer club take on the radio squelches as a hand changes the dial on the tiny radio sitting on the coffee cart in this quad. People mill about the campus. Where do we find our heroes as they live the life that is demanded of them?
I mean, if nobody else wants to go first, I can go first.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the moment before the teacher calls on somebody.
Yeah, I was about to. It's fine. There's no pressure. Nothing wrong with that.
I think that Carrie, they can't just be at work and they can't just be at the gym. Unfortunately, they have to do studying. Gross. So I think that they don't like how weirdly laid out the college library itself is. So I think that they're studying in the hideout, in the like library hideout, and they will message Calliope and Janice and not Nif and ask if either of them wants to study together.
Calliope is already on her way to campus, so she will respond, yeah, absolutely.
I think that Janice, last session during our obligations phase, she was kind of leaning into her like academic side with and going to robotics club and competing with splendiferous Cogwell. I think that this time she's going to be kind of leaning into her other aspect of her personality, the kind of like witchy occult part of the personality, and she is going to be at a meeting of the Pagans, Occultists, and Wiccans student organization,
Ooh.
meeting with her mentor, Moonflower. so she gets the text from Carrie, and it's like just like quickly thumbs back. It's like I'm at a meeting. Pockets the phone.
Awesome. Before we get too far, we didn't do this last time, but part of obligation is that it's hard on you. So I would like to know, what is your lowest stat in sun, moon, stars?
Great. So lowest stat in each of the skills or just lowest general?
Of between all those skills. So it's they're kind of grouped into three groups: sun, moon, stars. So
Mhm.
the first column indicates how many dots you have in that attribute. So which one's your weakest?
It is, I think forgive is the weakest
Oh,
because Lycos is a petty bitch.
not the
And
specific
then
action.
okay. And then stars would be weakest in terms of like the column.
Yeah. Okay. Stars. So let's see. As you are needing to study, so yeah. You have a major midterm coming up. So
Oh yeah.
I would like you to roll stars for me. If you have no
Okay.
dots, and stars, that's roll 2, take the lowest.
I have 1 dot in star and 1 dot in moon and 2 dots in sun, but I have an XP left over in moon, so I figured star is technically my weakest. That's how we figured that out. So I'm gonna roll 1 die, right?
Yep.
Awesome. See, look, I know the rules. That's a 2. I'm not doing great.
Okay. you are going to take 4 stress as you have piled all your books, made note cards, and are studying. It's why you're asking for friends, because you need some help.
Lycos hates doing things alone. It is their least favorite part of being a person, because being a person oftentimes means that you are expected to do things alone. And they hate doing things alone, so this is incredibly stressful for them, and they don't understand any of the history. They don't understand why these people are all being so weird about land. They don't understand why they're being so weird about gender. It's just odd in general. They don't get any of this. They should not have majored in anthropology.
100%. Of course, like, your professors probably also reflect some of this. So, they said, you get lessons about, why do they do it? I don't know. Like, it's fine. It's what
Why
happened.
did they do it? It is just what happened. There are multiple interpretations, which, by the way, I've always found that to be a huge cop-out. Like, if somebody is doing an action, there's a reason for the action that they're doing.
Yep. Even if that action is probably really petty.
Exactly. Like, Harry knows that they're a very petty person. It's why they didn't text Nif, because Nif is their ultimate rival. And they cannot let Nif see weakness, because if Nif sees weakness, then things will go terribly and the world will explode.
Awesome. So you're calling on your friends to study. You are stressed out.
Yes, and
So go
I
ahead.
think that they, as they're trying to like organize their note cards, they are going to call Reese.
Okay. Reese picks up the phone. Yeah.
All right, first off, I did not blow anything up and no one is injured.
Then why are you calling me instead of texting me?
Because I need to talk to someone, and my bestest friend, who's not you, my other best friend, is currently in a meeting, and then my other friend is on the way here, but I don't know how long they'll be, and I need to talk to someone, and you're good at finding the, not the bright side, the mundane calm in life.
Okay. What's hold on a second. And you like you hear the phone like shuffle, like he has set it on like a counter or something, and then like he picks it up. Okay, so what's going on?
All right, so I don't understand a lot of this. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't understand the human emotions of conquest. I mean, I understand conquest for itself, for gaining new territory, but it seems that many of these people already had that territory, and whenever I try to find a reason for why they attacked, it's always, oh, there are multiple explanations, there are multiple justifications, there are multiple reasons why this happened, but there are never multiple reasons for something as simple as an attack. Why must everything be so complicated, Reese?
Oh, okay. We've watched sports together, right? Like,
Yes.
you know how people run around when they get a goal?
Yes,
It's
I
like
like
that.
soccer the best.
It's like that. That guy, imagine that guy has like an army of 1 million people. That's the feeling he's chasing.
Seems like he should just accomplish that with, I don't know, sports ball or
Most
sex?
people do, but some people have armies.
Hmm. You know, I think that if we got rid of all of the armies, people would just play a lot more sports ball.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Perhaps that can be my thesis.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Oh, are you all right? What's going on? I've been
I
unloading onto you, and that is not what a good friend does. A good friend hears things in reciprocity.
Oh no, I just got a new job. I got like it's a paid tutoring gig. I'm running
Oh,
late.
delightful. Have a good time. Make sure to show the freshmen what for. They can smell weakness.
Um, I'll be sure to do that. Um, I just got a new microwave. Please don't
I
use it without me.
I will not use it without you, and I will not put anything metal inside of it. I've learned that. I've learned that so many things that you would not think are metal.
Yeah,
It's
the silicone
insane.
covered spatula that has metal in
Yes.
it. Don't do that.
It looked so red, and red is not the normal color of metal.
Anyway, I gotta go.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Good luck with your tutoring.
And he will hang up.
Lycos looks around for a second. What all is in the library besides books?
It's whatever y'all would have put in here.
Is there any wooden furniture of any sort?
Probably.
Lycos
Maybe?
just starts biting it.
I imagine the tabletop is wooden. It's just like
Yeah, Carrie's just sitting there, tabletop in their mouth, just kind of gnawing on it.
yeah, this is just a picture of me in third grade. Um yeah, just like full on just like looking at the notebook, reading it, and but like the teeth are just biting into the
Oh
paper.
yeah, like studying the textbook, gnawing on the table the whole time.
Amazing. Yeah, so we'll cut away to you. You texted um
I
I'll get
texted Calliope and Janice. Janice is in a meeting, but Calliope is on her way to school.
all right, Calliope. What is your lowest stat?
Also stars.
Aw, we
Stars.
match.
Okay. Um your you had a dream last night. A figure stands before you. It has your face. It has your height. It has your build, but it's not you. It's different. The hair's crop cut. The there's this figure has wings. You wear the same amulet, the same moon shaped. It doesn't say anything to you. How do you feel as you see this figure before you in your dream?
Probably initially a bit confused. Like I obviously recognize that we look similar, but my mom would never, ever let me hear the end of it if I cut my hair that short.
You look on with confusion. The dream ends as your alarm clock wakes you up. You get a text from you get the text from Lycos from Carrie uh, about studying. You start gathering your things. Please roll Sun for me, or whichever one you said.
Stars
Stars.
again.
Okay.
So it's the roll twice, take the lowest.
Yep.
Oh God, that's a 1.
All right. You're gonna start off with 5 stress, as
Fantastic.
your mother is not in the kitchen where you expected her to be this morning.
Okay.
You come out of the room directly into the hall to her, and she said, "You slept in."
I don't have to be at classes early today.
You probably should be. You should be studying, right?
Yeah, I'm on my way right now.
Okay. I just hope you're not wasting your education.
I'm not. I'm really not. I just slept in a little today, but it's fine. I don't have anything really pressing this morning, so I'll be meeting with a friend and we will be studying.
She says, okay, well, I made a juice for you. It's in the fridge.
Fantastic. Thanks.
And she will move out of your way and go about doing whatever she's doing in the morning.
Okay. Heavily sigh and roll my eyes, and I'll go grab the juice. I guess they're fine.
It is carrot and beetroot.
Cool. Fantastic. I can't throw that away here. I have to take it with me. So, I'll find somewhere to dump it out. I don't know why we can't just have normal fruit juices like normal fucking people.
And you hear the like past of your mother. It's like, in the top quarter of the screen, just like, opacity. And she's like, they have as much sugar as, a pile of candy. And
Yep. Yep. I know.
yeah, so you make your way out, and do you head directly to the hideout?
Yeah, I think so. Don't have a whole lot going on this morning, so.
Okay. All right. Um, so that brings us to Janice, who got the text from Carrie, said, hey, I'm in a meeting. What is your lowest stat, Janice?
I have 2 dots in moon and stars and no dots in sun.
In sun. Okay. So roll sun for me.
So I'll
Let's
roll
see.
2 and take the lowest.
Correct.
That's a 4.
A 4. Okay. 4. So you'll take 2 stress. So
It's just a baby stress.
yeah, just a little stress. It's not too bad. You get to the meeting, the POW meeting, and um you're there before your advisor is there. So everyone's kind of just mingling about, kind of chit-chatting, and the at the doorway, Moonflower comes in, but she's in her like stuffy work clothes. Her hair is pulled back. She has like these glasses on, and as she rolls into the door, like she's pulling the hairband out of her hair. It just flies everywhere. A scarf comes out of nowhere and wraps around her, like 4 times, and like there's still just so much scarf. And all of a sudden, like, maybe she was just hiding it under her like suit jacket, but there's just like bangles and things. She now rattles as she moves around the room. She says, all right, everybody, we're gonna do something a little bit different today. um I thought we could, spend some time. We can we've been told we can set up a bench out by the nature path. I volunteered all of us.
To go hang out by a bench?
No, just to set up the bench.
Oh,
I'm not even
okay.
sure we can figure it out.
Okay. Oh, are we gonna build a bench by the name? This is like a community service kind of thing.
Yeah,
I get it.
exactly.
I get it. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like a adopt a nature trail kind of thing. I figured you'd all be into it.
Yeah, that sounds cool. Can we like carve some sigils into it and like cast some spells on it?
Yeah, give place of people where they can come and meditate and
That sounds
just
nice.
experience the woods, just feel it in their heart, really get them in their soul.
Mm. That sounds great. Are we going to start on that now, or do we have to like go to a
Yes.
hardware store?
She says, where where is it? And she goes looking in the hall as like one of the facilities people just has like a flat pallet of things.
That's
Like,
a bench in a box.
yeah, yeah, it's like IKEA flat pack, you know. Yeah.
Um, I want to take advantage of that moment. I want to like kind of like dart out into the hall after Moonflower, so I can kind of grab her and I want to talk to her in confidence really quickly. And so Janice like follows her out into the hall and she's like, Professor Moonflower, Moonflower, I wanted to talk to you about something. Remember how you were helping me with my tarot cards and how to like read them and interpret them?
Oh yeah,
Well,
how is that going?
it's going good. I have been. I was hoping you could help me. I've been drawing cards on a friend of mine, and I think that I keep drawing the same patterns over and over again, and I'm kind of concerned. I think I keep seeing this, you know, like a past and a present, like a past of harmony and balance and duality, and then a present of conflicts, and then like for the future, I keep seeing calamity. Like keep drawing like the tower and these other cards, and I'm really concerned about this friend of mine.
Huh, that's very interesting. Now, what do you think these cards are trying to tell you?
I think that they're telling me about a potential future for a friend of mine that I feel compelled to try to avoid. And it feels like a lot of I'm already under a lot of pressure at school. I have this robotics club, and like there's been my co-captain of the robotics team is super annoying, but also he's kind of fine. We had a whole thing last week, and so, but like I'm already having to, I'm already under a lot of pressure in my classes, and now I feel like I'm responsible for like the whole timeline and the future of my friends, like future, which is kind of a lot.
Mm-mm. That is a lot. Here. And she like reaches out and grabs your hand. She says, let's just think and listen for a moment.
And Janice is like listening like way too hard.
Feel the vibrations of the universe just wash over you. The all you hear is like the squeaky cart that's not all like the flat pack
Vibrations,
behind you.
universe.
um
Janice herself is vibrating a little bit.
Now, do you think your friend is in any immediate trouble?
And it's just like thinking about how we are like constantly fighting like extra dimensional creatures. It's like, well, not at the moment. Um, I guess I could say that they are participating in some high risk activities.
So the probability that they will be is really high.
I think so. They're under a lot of pressure too. I guess we all are.
Well, yeah, your education is very demanding.
Our education, yeah, it's very demanding. It's like the weight of the world is on my shoulders.
That must be a lot. That must be a lot to have on your shoulders.
It's kind of a lot. It's a little bit stressful, but I'm managing it pretty well. If I had to quantify how stressed out I feel in this moment, I'd say I'm probably on like a 2 out of 10,
That's not too bad.
like a 20% stressed out. Yeah,
I'm glad you're
it
able
could
to
be a lot worse.
quantify that.
Okay, well, that actually helped a little bit. I think I feel a little bit calmer, and I think I just got a text from another one of my friends who's having a study session right now. So I think I'm going to go and help them out, and maybe I can meet up with you guys to work on the bench later on. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, go to your friend.
Okay.
Be there. I have some more books on like parapsychology and things, like if you're interested at all. They don't teach
I
it at the school anymore, but There was once upon a time.
I will definitely take those books, and that's something that I know will, gathering knowledge and research that'll definitely help me feel more prepared and be more prepared will help me feel more calm and less stressed.
Yeah, but please, like, I think given you look around at all the like little like baby goths and everything, I think we'll be building this bench for a little bit.
She looks around and is like fully aware that she's probably the most engineering capable person in the club, and feels a twang of like guilt. And she's like, yeah, I think you guys probably can figure this out. Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks, Professor Moonflower. Bye. And she takes off at a full run.
She pulls up her sleeves and bangles and says, "All right, folks," and like it just continues on. Awesome. All right, we'll cut away to Nif.
Hello. So I think that since we did kind of relationship stuff last time, I think school stuff probably should be a priority. I think Nif probably has some lab work that's due. She's got to go and get some uh data points, and I think she's working on carrots that do actually help you see in the dark, that like have actual measurable eyesight effects.
Mhm.
So I think she got early into the lab, trying to kind of work on documentation, etc.
Okay. All right. So as we do this, what is your lowest stat?
Well, so I don't know if I've done something wrong. I only have 2 dots. I have 1 in sun and 1 in moon.
That's okay. It
So
sounds like
stars. I'm bad at stars.
all right. So no, you didn't do anything wrong. You just don't have a lot of dots right now. We are at the very beginning of the game. So please roll 2d6 and you'll take the
Yep.
lowest one.
Not only did I roll 1 1, I rolled 2 ones.
Amazing.
Wow.
You're gonna take 5 stress.
I need new dice. These have just been, because last week too. Oh my gosh.
Mhm. Yeah, so you're going to, you said you're going to get data points. How is that, like, how does that stress you out? What goes on there that
I mean, I would very much like for my findings to be conclusive. I need measurable data. I want to make sure that my carrots aren't, rotting, that,
right?
we can analyze all of the, um, the nutrients in there. Like these are things that could really make a difference to people. I would like them to succeed.
Yeah. The conditions in this lab, the way you learned to garden was very like holistic, very different from kind of this lab setting where everything is deeply measured. You're measuring the ammonia in the soil, all these things, like, and they're just not turning out. Like, some of them have shriveled before they have fully formed the root. Just they're not doing as well as you expect them to. And as much as they would do well if they had real sunlight, and you didn't have to repeat this same experiment over and over, you didn't have this repeatable process that you had to commit to.
I am going to fail this class. I am
Um,
going to fail this class. It'll be great.
and then you realize
Great.
you're on like a 5-person team doing this. Like, and then it dawns on you.
We are going to fail this class. You know what? Nope. You know what? We're going to be great. It doesn't have to be success. Science isn't just about success. We will just get the data. We're going to put together the most amazing report. And, even if we aren't making people's eyes better, you just got to push through it. You just got to keep going.
One of your teammates, she says, I mean, looking at the analysis on the dead root, it is making the nutrient. The roots just aren't living.
You know, I feel like maybe we need to look at some other varietals that might be better compatible with these nutrients. Maybe the variety we chose. Have we looked? I mean, I know we're looking at kind of commercial varieties. Maybe we should look at some heirloom varieties.
And you see like these like biology students' face just kind of gloss over, like, what do you mean?
Well, carrots back in history weren't like carrots that we get in the grocery store. There was a lot of selective breeding that, you know, they weren't even orange originally.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, we have to do another round at least, see if we can get anything. We still have a little more time.
Yeah, and I mean, for now, all we can do is, you know, get the data we can, make a good report, make sure it's correctly formatted. We want those citations properly formatted this time. And I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to make sure this team succeeds.
Yeah, I'm getting all this in the spreadsheet. Yeah, Jane is working on like the poster for our presentation. I know what like our data might be a little all over the place right now, but we'll get it together. Like
Oh, yeah.
you get the heirloom varieties.
Heirlooms. I know a person who I think can get me something. Well, it'll mean maybe a couple of late nights getting some more stuff spliced together.
Okay.
But I can take that on. Don't worry about it. Like, you guys shouldn't have to do extra work because, this isn't I'll do that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they all agree to it, and they will continue. They'll start like to preparing the pots for the next round of things.
Nif would duck outside and out of the lab and make a call to Poppy.
Yeah. It rings, and it rings, and it rings, and then eventually, it it picks up, and she's like, "Hello?
Poppy!
Oh, Nif, it's so good to hear from. How's school?"
School is amazing. Um, Trying to do some great stuff with plants. It's not what I'm used to, but it's you got to work with what you got. Um, I was wondering, um, if what you know about carrots, what resources you might have about carrots. If
Mhm.
I could, you know, maybe pick your brain for your stock of historical carrot data.
Of course. Yeah, I have a couple books. I might have some seed packets that I could give you. What are you trying to do? Like, do you want like big carrots, purple carrots?
Um, I mean, I would take whatever you have. I'm looking for, we're trying to kind of do some selective breeding and add in some genetics about, to actually produce nutrients that will specifically improve vision. And I'm willing to put in the time to test as much as I've got to do to really make this come to life.
Well, that's really, really neat. And I will help you any way I can. I have a lot of carrot seeds ready for you. Just come by. We'll look at some books. We'll look through some seed packets.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I really appreciate it.
Of course. It'll be a joy to have you. I'll make tea.
Oh, tea would be amazing. I should check in with my friends and see if they need anything right now. But maybe later today if I have the time, or tomorrow. As soon as I can, obviously.
Yeah, come by any time. I'll be in the garden. You can just come through the greenhouse. It's totally fine.
You are amazing. I am so grateful for you.
Well, I'm gonna go back to my plants. I'll see you soon, okay, hon?
Thank you.
And she will hang up. And yeah, where do you head off to?
I think Nif would kind of just first try to take some deep, calming breaths. Like there's probably a little bit of an eye twitch happening there, but Nif is centering herself. Nif is, I have the resources within myself that I need. I will keep this all together. I'm going to make sure that I can support this team of researchers. It's going to be great. And then I think Nif would kind of send a text message to the group. Actually, I think first Nif would send a text message to Splendiferous, Cogwell, and just checking in. Hey, how's it going? I hope you're feeling okay. Let me know if you're going through anything. I'm happy to talk.
That's nice of you.
Splendiferous will respond with a thumbs up emoji.
Nif would respond with a star emoji. And then to the group, hey, how's everybody doing? Is everybody holding up okay? How are we all feeling?
Janice sends 2 thumbs ups. Subconsciously outdoing Splendiferous.
I think depending on how things are going, if we have time, Nif would go to see Poppy, but also, if anybody said something about how everybody was studying.
I mean, Carrie's certainly not saying anything about how everyone's studying.
Upon arriving and seeing Carrie studying / chewing on the table, I will
There's some pretty good bite marks in it now.
I will shoot a text to Nif and say, hey, you're studying at the hideout with Carrie. You're welcome to join us if you'd like.
Yeah, I think from that, I think Nif would be looking for a group of people that she feels comfortable around. Even Carrie.
For sure.
And
also, we'll make a mental note to pick out some jewelry for Carrie.
A teething ring.
I will say, I love the jewelry that I have. It's great. It's fantastic outlet. Everyone should have some if you need to choose something.
Truly. Love it.
Some of those plastic soothers that were big in like the 90s, 2000s and raves. That kind of rave culture. Yep.
love that. Calliope, as you get to the hideout, you are greeted by Kai, the robot with a CRT monitor for a head. And
Mal?
Uh-oh. Looks like we lost Mal and Jaden.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Who's gonna be next?
Is Kai got our robot companion has gone offline.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Oh look, there we are. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, we're here.
hey everybody.
So the last thing,
I had
Uh,
just
I was talking to me about
yeah, Kaya just started saying
going
something.
into the
Right.
Mhm.
Kai approaches you and says, Calliope, I need to speak with you privately about something.
Okay. Am I in trouble?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Okay.
She will say, um, bear with me just one moment. I need to do something.
Problem.
She will come to you and she will say, um, now that things seem to be getting more dangerous, I wanted to talk to you about your inability to get in touch with the god that is attached to you.
Oh yeah. That.
I have come up with a 25-point training program. However, we will need a facilities to do this training, and I have found a suitable room, but it will require some items in order to accommodate us.
Okay. Well, yeah, just give me a list of what you need and I can see what we can do.
Do you have access to a claymore?
No idea.
Perhaps a long pole arm?
Hmm.
A glaive? An
I mean,
axe will do.
I don't, but I'm sure we can track some of these things down.
Am I in earshot of this, or is this happening privately?
Honestly, you're probably still in earshot.
Carrie's head whips around. If you need weapons, I would be more than happy to provide. I have, well, pick your poison. We have axes, we have glaives, we have a couple pole arms, a lot of swords. I like the swords and the daggers. You know, they're just sharp enough to help someone get the point.
Yes, if we can gather these things and fill out the room, we should pad the floors. I understand that your bones will break if you fall too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's we're a little squishy.
That would
Bones
be
break?
I thought the same thing. Yes, if enough pressure is applied in certain places, their bones just break.
Who designed these?
From my understanding, no one.
Shameful. Of course, we don't want any bones breaking, especially yours, Calliope, so perhaps we could get some pillows? Ooh, the gym has some mats. I didn't realize that was what they were for. I thought that they were for, you thrust them at someone else on a high platform and eventually one of you falls off to your demise. Standard training.
Yeah, nothing quite as severe. They're definitely just to help you not break these squishy bones we got.
All right. So we can work on that. And then if you need a training partner, I would be more than happy to help you. Also, before I
Awesome.
forget, I might have, don't tell my boss, though I'm sure that he wouldn't care, but I grabbed you a couple of pastries, just in case.
Thank you. And I will happily take them and put them in my bag for later.
There are 2 regular butter croissants, a chocolate croissant, a ham and Swiss croissant, and a couple of muffins.
Fantastic.
Carrie does not know how much food a person needs. They're still learning that.
That's valid.
Also, they did not pay for any of this. They fully took it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right.
Okay.
Now,
So
We are fully in the downtime phase. So if y'all want to start doing downtime activities, y'all are welcome to.
all right.
I guess I'll spend some time trying to straighten up and start making a trading room.
Right. So
And Carrie will assist with that. And while they're doing that, they will just kind of ask a couple of questions. So, why do people trust the government? Do they have blackmail on every person? Is it something that happens when you're born, or is it a developmental stage? I keep hearing about a driver's license. Is that part of the process?
I think that I also kind of wonder why people trust the government so much. I think some people really trust the government and some people really don't. And driver's licenses, you have to be like a certain age and you have to get training and like go to classes and stuff in order to have a driver's license, in order to legally drive a car. Some people choose to drive a car without a driver's license. I wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, it's not that hard. I've seen people do it in the movies.
You'll find that movies show us a lot of things that are not quite as easy as they are in the movies.
So I can't drive a car from a helicopter, crash it into the ocean, and then go to space?
I mean, I've personally never seen somebody do that successfully outside of a movie, so I have yet to believe that that is possible. But I mean, the world's a weird place.
Do they not do. I thought that everything done in the movies was real. I thought that Vin Diesel went to space. I was going to commend him.
Um, no, it's all just pretend. It's all just for entertainment.
What a
Unfortunately,
farce.
Vin Diesel has not been to space. I'm sure he's probably upset about it himself.
I would be upset about it if I had to play pretend that I was in space.
Yeah,
That does
that's fair.
explain why I keep seeing the actors even though they died.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
all right. So you said you wanted to start building
Yeah, I'm
making
gonna
the space.
start attempting.
What do you want to do in order to start doing that?
Well, I imagine we need to do some cleaning. There's probably like old weird furniture and things are probably not in the nicest of shape. So we'll just start doing like the cleaning and clearing space for I don't know where we're gonna find or steal the things we need, but we'll get there.
I would
Carrie is
say
100% like already moving to kind of take things from the gym area, and if anyone asks, they will just look at the person, tilt their head a little bit, and just stare blankly.
okay. So it sounds like you are using a downtime activity to build out this space.
Your
Yes.
gym has martial weapons?
Oh no, that's Carrie specific.
Carrie has spent a lot of time on Amazon.
That's what all of their money goes to. They don't know that jobs are supposed to buy you things like clothes or entertainment
Microwaves?
or microwaves. They spend their money on weapons.
Awesome. So, for Calliope, I would say if you want to clean out the space, that's probably flow or perceive.
I've got no dots in either, so let's go with flow.
I believe
Okay.
in you.
Thanks. I appreciate the belief. 2.
With a 2, let me pull up. Oh, all my windows are weird now. Okay.
Oh no.
That's what happens when your computer suddenly turns off.
Yeah.
Downtime. There we go. With a 2, you get 2 segments on this clock. So, of the 6 segments. So,
5, 6. Sweet.
yep. So, Carrie,
Hi.
let's see. You're gonna try and steal stuff from there.
I am taking things from the gym area and, also making a pit stop, grabbing a bag full of various weapons, a couple of pole arms, an axe, a few daggers, a long sword.
Okay. I will say for taking stuff from the gym,
Yes.
let's say that this is conceal.
All right. Let's see. I'm okay at that. I don't have any dots, but I believe in myself. That's gonna be a 4.
4. Okay.
Got a
With
4
it,
and a 5.
awesome. With a 4, y'all get 3 segments. So that's 5 out of 6 segments complete on this training room.
Fantastic. So
Oh.
Carrie comes back holding a bunch of like mats and a couple of pillows and a bag that is just full of dangerous weaponry.
I just
Perfect.
imagine the scene in the gym of just like the anime people who going just in the background going, huh?
Right.
What is he doing? What are they doing? Like,
Can there be like a martial arts teacher at the student center who like is like unknowingly Carrie's nemesis now?
yeah, like comes onto like all the kids run out and then he's looking, he's like, where are our mats? Someone has burgled us. I will seek revenge. I love it. Amazing. So yeah, you work on that. Any other downtime things y'all want to? Oh, let me do this, Carrie. As you are walking back, you see that um you notice there's a couple people following, not like close behind you, but they've been following you a weird amount of time. Um you haven't like looked back to see, but somebody is definitely following you.
If you have something to say, I am all ears, and if you have nothing to say, perhaps we should go in different directions.
As you say that, I'm gonna say give me express or perceive,
I'm
whichever
gonna
you
do
want to do.
perceive.
Okay.
I like perceiving things. It's my favorite. That's a 6. Woo!
A 6. Okay. You look and you see that it is Max from Robotics Club. It is it's
The
Reese.
treasurer?
Yeah, the treasurer. Reese is also there behind you, and so is Helios.
Oh, hello, Reese. Are these your tutor people?
Um Helios and Max will just kind of peel off as you turn and take another direction. Reese will kind of like shake his head a little bit and he said, "Oh, sorry. Hey, what's going? Did you need something? I was just
There were just some people around you, and I was wondering if they were your tutoring people. I think
oh,
that one of them is involved with Nif, and one of them is in the club that Janice is in.
oh, yeah, I think I don't he would probably actually know Nif's partner. So he's like, "Oh yeah, like yeah, Helios is part of it. I don't know the other person you're talking about."
Max?
Oh, there is a Max there. Yeah.
All right.
Um
Was Why were you all? Was it just a case of going in the same direction, or did you want to say hi, or?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
I would expect nothing less.
And I'm just gonna say no biting this time.
All
Um,
right.
I don't know why I'm here. I don't remember.
You are very lucky I'm holding things in both of my hands, otherwise I would be biting them.
Cool. Glad we've established that.
All right. When did the memory loss start?
He looks at a watch. He's not wearing a watch. He pulls out his phone and said, he said that seems like last time I looked at my phone was like 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago. All right. Was that around the time that we talked, or was that a little later? I don't understand the concept of time. I feel like this is something that you should know about me by now.
Right. Like just not long ago. Like
All right.
I remember being in the where I was tutoring, like just not long ago. And then all of a sudden I'm here talking to you.
Did you see anyone who was unfamiliar to you?
I mean, it was my first day, so like a few people. I mean, there's some like I don't know, there's Raven who is like coordinating the whole thing, who hired all of us.
Raven?
Yeah.
Sorry, just I had an old friend who had a similar name.
Cool. Is that like did they know anything about memory loss?
Um I guess I've just been missing her. That's all.
Oh. That's I get that. That makes sense. It's actually one of the more normal things you've told me.
I am nothing if not abnormal, and I take offense to that.
You know what? I'm sorry. Like,
Thank you.
and he's like, I'm actually just being super weird right now. Don't
No. You're not being weird. I think that this is a genuine problem. You should go to the doctor.
Okay. I'm gonna have to explain health insurance to you at some point.
I don't understand why people need insurance. It seems silly. Just have the government pay for things. From my understanding, they have a lot of money.
you really need to take a civics class. Like just poli sci 101. Like, just come on, please.
Oh, that's next semester. I'm very
Good.
excited.
Okay. I gotta get back to the job that I was hired to do. So
Oh, yes. And sorry, this is just going to be a very weird question. So be prepared for that. I only ask the strangest of questions. I pride myself on it. What does, I assume that they're not dead, what does Raven look like?
oh, yeah, you probably seen her. She works at like the cafe in the student union. Um I don't know, she must have a new gig or something. Uh she's, I don't know, she's young like us. She's got like long black hair. I think she dyes it black. It's and she has like a lot of piercings.
Yeah, my bird dyed her hair, some of her hair black. It was naturally another color, but she wanted to look more intimidating.
I mean, you could come by like
Oh, I'm
tutoring.
actually helping my friend Calliope right now. We're doing a Renaissance Festival project. It's very exciting.
That's surprisingly that explains a lot. Okay, good. I wasn't gonna ask.
No, I
wanted to.
understand. There's a lot of weapons in this bag.
Awesome. I guess it's better that they're not in the apartment anymore.
Well, some still are, but you'll never find them.
Okay, I'll see you at home, Carrie. And he will just like he'll look left and right because he doesn't 100% realize where he is, and he will head back towards one of the halls.
All right. And Carrie's going to head back, and once they're back and kind of have things set up a little bit, they're going to start trying to do research into this Raven person. So I assume that's going to be an investigation.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be an investigation downtime activity.
All right, awesome. I was originally going to build a link with Calliope, but sometimes life throws curveballs at you.
Gotta follow where the story takes you.
Mm-hmm. So I think that they're going to start with like bare bones. There has to, they figure, be some kind of link to the tutors. There has to be some kind of link to like the cafe employees at the student union. So they're going to kind of be tapping one finger on their phone in the Google. It takes them a couple of tries to figure out how to use the search engine properly, which might be one of the reasons why they're struggling with their midterm.
100%. Like, yeah, there's you have to use the library catalog on the
Yeah.
computer. They don't have a card catalog anymore. So I would say that this is going to be analyze, I think,
Analyze, all right.
or perceive. I think
I
either one
am
would
equally good at analyze and perceive, so I think that this is going to be an analyze.
work. Okay.
I'm going to go with your gut because I trust it.
Mhm.
Wee.
Appreciate that.
All right, that is 4.
A 4. Okay. Let me have the sheet pulled up here. So a 4 is going to yield 3 segments on the investigation track. And for investigating, use a result as a gather information role, which is a different thing. Take a look because there's something you can do. There's amount of questions you can ask depending on how you do that. All right. So you get 1 question and 1 follow-up, and the question is on your sheet.
All right. Let's look at those questions. Doodly doo. Hey, what's really going on here?
Okay.
This is my favorite question. I love asking it.
You begin, so like you're searching on your phone and you see, you look at the cafe and you just see like all pictures of the cafe. Nothing really like super recent. So I feel like you would need to go scope it out yourself.
I think that if that is the direction that their question takes them so that it is answered, they're going to text the full group chat and also say out loud to Calliope as they're texting the full group chat, think something strange is going on. Going to investigate Student Union Cafe. If anyone wants to, they can join. Smiley face typed out.
Is the phrase typed out also typed out?
The phrase typed out is typed out.
I love that so much.
Beautiful.
Carrie texts like an old man.
And I will answer your question. You will get your follow-up question. But first, I would like to see what everyone else is doing with their downtime.
Yes.
And just for everyone's clarification, the tier 1 investigation track is full. So
Nice. I think Nif, by the time that Carrie has returned with an entire small army's worth of weaponry, I think Nif would have been back there, would have gotten to the hideout. So I think first thing Nif would do is, of course, bring out some baked goods and like a sandwich, like with some protein and like cheese and stuff like that for I've just forgotten your name. I'm so bad with names. My apologies. Calliope. I have it written in my notes. This mouse sucks at scrolling.
I understand.
Just like some homemade like goodies. You can tell that, you know, they're not necessarily beautiful, but they are decorated a little bit. And like the sandwich has got like, you know, some veggies, but like an appropriate amount, and like
Nice.
mayo and like honey mustard or something like that. You know, whatever.
Hey, look, multiple food groups. Fantastic.
Well, I mean, you know how big a fan I am of fruits and vegetables, obviously. But you know, I figure you could use some protein because I haven't gotten there yet with the, you know, protein, fruits and vegetables. But like some bread and some cheese and like deliciousness. You deserve deliciousness. And
I appreciate you so much.
I'm going to get these carrots right to improve vision so your mom, who mainlines carrots all the time, can see how beautiful you are. It's going to happen. But just need a little bit more work there. I'm going to get it.
You'll get
You
there.
know,
You'll get there.
This is early days. This is early days.
It takes a
But,
while to make such a big and intense changes. You're
I mean,
changing a whole industry. It's going to take a little while.
if I could start with your mother, that would be enough for me.
Appreciate that, frankly.
And I think the first thing that Nif would do is just spend a little bit of downtime just chilling in the lounge. Again, just kind of trying to take some deep breaths because I want to get those to I want to get more XP in Moon. So
that's entirely fair. Let me look, because there are some questions to ask as you do that. So in the lounge, how do you pass time here? Which is your favorite corner?
I think I would be turning on some music, singing along with the music, just kind of you know, making things look pretty. I think Nif definitely has some plants in here that are in soil, and probably some like little grow lights in those plants, you know, the little like halo ones to try and get some simulated. I think actually also Nif would like spend some time carrying her plants out of the hideout to like get some real sunlight. And just like humming and, you know, in the hideout, kind of singing along with some music, just plant tending.
Amazing. So yeah, you mark 2 XP in Moon
Amazing.
as you
I
spend
figure-
some time relaxing.
Yes, I figure I'll wait to hear what Janice is going to do before I make my second downtime.
What's Janice up to?
I think Janice is going to follow up on her obligation phase by making a connection with Nif, and is trying to kind of like suss out, if it wasn't obvious before, the visions were about Nif. As Janice's fated person, she's concerned about this fate that she has foreseen, and is worried about her obligation to try to prevent that. So she wants to hang out with Nif and kind of like suss her out and be like, how are you holding up? Is the stress getting to you? You feeling fractured at all?
I mean, I had a little bit of a stressful morning. Um,
Oh my gosh.
no,
You
no,
want some
it's
tea?
tea would be amazing. And also, I don't know, I'm gonna run this past you. I had this idea because like cherries are actually part of the rose family. I was thinking, how amazing would it be if you could combine a rose bush and cherries so you could like give someone a bouquet of cherries? So like beautiful, kind of rose scented. Wouldn't that be amazing?
Would the cherries still have thorns on them? That might be a really prickly bouquet.
I mean, it would depend on what we could do. I would rather that the cherries be delicious and nutritious and just like make you feel really good because you can always like take the thorns off. Florists do it all the time. Um, but you know, just some like long stem cherry bouquets.
A long stem cherry sounds really. I'm just imagining like a long stem with like a single cherry at the end.
I
It's a
mean,
lot of
I was
work for a
thinking more
single
like
fruit.
clusters, but you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. That's nice.
it'd be like
Uh,
edible arrangements, but like elevated.
Um, Janice is just like really turning this over, like trying to apply her like robotics and engineering mindset to this, and is like really struggling to fit the square pegs into the round holes. She's like, yeah, that sounds great. I'll go get you that cup of tea. I need you
It
to
would
stay
be
nice and calm.
amazing.
All right, be right back. And she's just like aggressive, trying to like, yeah, surround Nif with like aggressive amounts of calm. You need a pillow? Let me get you a pillow.
It's okay. I'm
All right.
good. I'm
Okay,
here with
good.
you. It's great.
That's good. So like we're friends, and you can tell me like anytime you start to feel like you're starting to crack under the pressure, okay? And then I'll be here for you, and we'll do friendship, and then you'll feel better because of the friendship.
I am so touched.
Okay,
I cherish having you as a friend so much.
that's nice. I cherish you. I cherish having you as a friend as well.
And I
Um,
mean, the same goes both ways. Obviously, if you have anything you're stressed about, I'm here. I'm here.
I'm stressed about everything. Uh,
Okay. Do you
but
want to talk about
thanks.
it?
No, no, I find it better to just keep it all in and just kind of I perform well under pressure. So I like to keep a healthy amount of stress. Well, we can talk about it later, maybe.
Okay. I will always make time for you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Nif. Well, good luck with your carrots and your cherry sticks.
This tea is delicious.
Good. Great. I made it.
So were you trying to make a connection with Nif?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say either empathize or conceal because you're hiding your true intentions. It's whichever
All
you
right.
want to do.
I have 0 in both of those, so I'll go with conceal, I guess. That's a 1.
A 1. Okay. Means roll an appropriate action. The chosen character gains. So when 1 you gain 2 links, or
Okay.
actually Nif gains 2 links with you.
Oh,
So
okay. And I don't have I don't have any links, but Nif has 2 links with me.
correct.
Okay.
So I can help your stress.
Thanks, friend. I just really keep it at like a solid 9.5 at all times. It gives me my edge. Okay, and then for my second activity, I think I'd like to help Calliope go ahead and finish up the training room. So I'll go, which is consistent. Like we worked together on the library last time. We're like construction buddies, I guess.
Awesome. How would you like to contribute to this training room? Let me actually pull up the questions for the training room
Okay.
or the practice room. Sorry.
Practice room, yeah.
Okay. The questions for this is how does the floor feel beneath your feet? It's now squishy. With
Squishy. I take my shoes off. Feel the floor squish between my toes.
and how do you train here? So
I think, I mean, the vision that immediately came to mind was like high stress. Janice, like all of her training consists of going into the practice room, taking off her shoes, and just like squeezing the squishy floor between her toes, just being like like letting the like relaxation wash over her.
I love that. Yeah, go ahead and let me see. Let me just make sure. Working on a long-term project. Let me make sure I'm just doing this right. Roll an appropriate action and advance the clock. Tell me an action you want to use to improve this room, because I feel like Carrie was so distracted, just probably like dropped stuff off here and then
Yes.
headed out. So
Okay. That's good. That'll help. I mean, Janice can work with that. She'll be like super analytical about it and organized about it. And she'll be like, okay, I'm going to like alphabetize the blunt weapons, and then the bladed weapons. And like she comes with a whole cataloging system for all the weapons, which I guess would be analyze.
yeah, give me analyze.
Okay. That's a 5. Wait. I misrolled. I rolled 2 dice. I was so used to rolling things that I'm bad at. I forgot that I had a dice in this. Let me just roll 1 dice. It's a 3.
A 3. Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough to complete that the clock for this. So you like, Moonflower was telling you to like kind of be mindful, kind of listen.
Right.
And that's what you do. And you start just kind of quietly and in your head, just like organizing the space, like just taking one object at a time, putting it where it belongs. And I imagine there's this like almost like meditation walk going on as you're doing this kind of activity.
I would like for someone to volunteer to like poke their head into the practice room while this is happening, and like and Janice is just like, the vibration of the universe is speaking to me. And she's like,
Oh, Nif would
like,
Nif would do that. Nif would be checking on. I think especially after Janice had kind of been, I mean, not necessarily uncharacteristic, but a little uncharacteristically too concerned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is the universe? I think hearing like the universe is vibrating, Nif would kind of use the whole perfect pitch thing, and like the kind of polyphonic, beautiful voice kind of coming through, not just in the air, but also around you. And, the universe is working in you and through you.
Whoa, it just vibrated harder.
You are an instrument of the universe.
An instrument of the universe.
You are enough in and of yourself.
I'm enough.
You are worthwhile and worthy.
Janice is just letting this wash over her.
And with that, let's go ahead and take a break. So
Aw.
we're going to take a 10 to 15 minute break, and we'll be back to continue the mystery. So
The
mystery.
mystery.
Oh yeah, I forgot. There's mysteries.
Yep.
Right.
The mystery is friendship.
It is. Bye, y'all.
We will do the mystery.
We'll be back. See y'all soon. Welcome back, everybody. Let's continue on with this. Nif had just helped Janice calm down as Janice assembled the last parts of the practice room. You now have a place to train yourself and get some more XP in Sun. So Excellent. I believe Nif and Calliope both have downtime activities still. So um you can choose to use them. Well, it sounds like probably what Carrie's doing might lead us into the mission, which is why I put that on the back burner. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, what would you like to do?
So I think Nif is going to do some investigating and go and get some seeds, if that's an acceptable downtime activity.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can be a little loose with time. I'm not too worried about it.
Calliope, would you like to come with me, or are you up for
Yeah.
a walk?
Yeah, let's do that.
Or if you have other things to do, I'm not gonna but I figure we could also, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we
can-
can do that, and I can still do something. We can do out of time things. We don't have
Sure.
to be too time strict. So
Yeah. Yeah, if you have something to do before that, I can have that be the last thing.
okay, yeah, I want to use my other a downtime thing to do set up links with Janice. I think probably this will go under the empathize. Calliope is somebody who very much feels other people's emotions and so has totally picked up on the very anxious energy. And as a fellow anxious kid, she's gonna print out some of her favorite like grounding and calming exercises that she has specifically used, and just kind of pull you aside and like pass them off to you as just like a hey, I know things are a little stressful and maybe some of this stuff might be helpful. And then Mal, you just need to tell me if I need to like roll anything. You're muted.
Go ahead and roll empathize for me.
Die?
Yeah, if you have one dot, that is just the one die. Yes.
Okay, cool. That's a 5.
A 5. So that is so Janice will gain 3 links with Calliope. And so yeah. So let me so you're going to go get the seeds. You also want to do some investigation?
I mean, I guess it's investigation into my own thing, but not necessarily.
Okay.
So I guess it wouldn't necessarily be
Right.
I'm not sure how I would do this.
Well, this could be like a make a connection kind of thing. If you're going to take Calliope along with you to meet someone important with you.
But would Calliope find that something they would appreciate, meeting somebody that Nif loves?
Yeah, I think so, definitely.
I think just also, spending time with Calliope, and we chat on the way, and I can show off like the plant stuff, and just some good bonding time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You make your way in. You take one of the buses that goes into the old city and up into a little bit higher into the kind of foothills area surrounding Santa Marta, and you come to this kind of the home is like a geodesic dome. Like it is, it was like this was definitely like a state of the art home in like the 60s. And but it has now become like kind of like there's like moss growing in places. It's a little there's like plants growing all around it, and like as there are like just little companion gardens and things where like multiple different types of plants are growing together. There is a greenhouse that has been attached to this home, and you you come up to it. You don't really see anyone there, but so you can just go through the greenhouse and into the backyard garden area. And if you would know that, so
Oh, while we're going through, if there's any like anything that's in season, if you see any fruits or vegetables, I know, but like some are delicious. And
Absolutely.
you should get to choose what you eat. Um, so if you see anything, pick it, have at it. Poppy is the most radiant, giving, wonderful person I've ever met.
Awesome.
And she's going to love you.
I hope so.
I can't wait for two of my favorite people to meet. So yeah, absolutely just kind of because there's still all those wonderful memories of being a child and being taken care of by Poppy and just this place where it's just love and growth and um connection for Nif. You see Nif just kind of revert back into childhood, just the weight of everything dropping as she kind of just runs through the yard, finding Poppy and like pulling Calliope along. There's no forgetting Calliope in this. It's, bringing Calliope into this, what childhood could have been.
you run through into this backyard. Poppy is like, she has one of those little kneeling stools as she is like almost elbow deep, like pulling up soil and things with her gloves. She has a big wide hat on to keep the sun off of her. Kind of like just a tidy little like blue long sleeve button up, uh kind of a khaki colored pants, definitely meant for working in the garden. There is just dirt, and she will see you and she will get up and take off her gloves and just give you a big hug. And oh, Nif, it's let me find her voice again. It's so wonderful to see you.
Poppy, Poppy, Poppy. I had a long morning, and this is a balm for the soul to get to be out here. And I brought a friend who, uh, she is just such a beautiful human being, and I wanted her to know you. Um, and so this is Calliope. Calliope, this is Poppy. Poppy's like my second mom. Um, I,
Hi, it's so great to meet you.
It's wonderful to meet you. Nif is like my only daughter. And and she will say, so it is lovely to meet both of you, or to meet you, Calliope. You were looking for carrots, right?
Carrots. Yes,
Right.
carrots.
So tell tell me what's going on with these carrots.
Okay,
what's the problems you're having?
so they just the nutrients are being created, but they're just withering away before they can really root. Um, and we tried a couple of different, the things that are available, um, eh, you know, for everyone, which is not much. But, I had to kind of I had to go through what the university had before I was willing to kind of bring in the contraband. Um, but the nutrients are growing, but the carrot is withering, and I need something that can do both, that can grow with this kind of synergy with the new nutrients.
I think I have just the thing. And she will take you both into the greenhouse where she has like some like starter trays and things like that. And she has like all sorts of soil that she has piled up in places. And um she will give you some. I have some. These are really um a sturdy stock. They should be able to take whatever modifications. It sounds like you're trying to genetically modify them in some
Yeah,
way?
yeah, doing some splicing.
Okay. These should be able to, I mean, you know, they've been handed down multiple generations. They seem to weather every blight and every sort of weather. Maybe they'll be a little bit hardy, but they get lonely. You need to grow them with some plants. We just think of them as like friends. They need to be together in order to thrive. And here, I'll show you. And Calliope, she'll actually hand you a pot and just and hands you like a trowel. She's like, really get in there. It needs to be like, you just need about 4 or 5 inches. Get the dirt out of there and I'll and she shows you, she takes you through these steps of like planting the seed, finding the different kind of herbs that are going to grow alongside this thing. And like, this one will provide a little shade for the little sprout so it's not, withering in the sun. And this one will, protect the roots from aphids and, things like that. And she's like, they need all these friends to grow. And
That is going to make my data set so much bigger.
well,
But, the team is up for it. And I can put in more hours. This is going to happen. This is amazing.
and I have a question for Calliope. How does it feel to do something where you're getting your hands dirty? Like, Poppy has like handed you like a bandana to pull your hair back and everything as you're working in the dirt.
Calliope's having a great time. Mom would probably have an issue with the manicure and blah blah blah, but Calliope's all in it. Definitely following instructions and having a good ass time.
Oh, and I think that Nif would have made sure to bring a chair for Calliope, so Calliope doesn't have to stand the whole time.
Oh,
Thank you.
and Poppy, like, she's a little older. She has stools and everything in this place. She's more than willing to accommodate.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Um, I will let you roll. So, what action would you like to roll? And Calliope, would you like to give a bonus die? Did you enjoy this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I don't have any points in it, but with the bonus die, I think Express probably is the best for this.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
I'll just roll a single die.
Yep.
5.
5. Okay. Calliope, you have 3 links with Nif.
Sweet.
Okay. And I will say that y'all will be on your so you wrap up, you get all these plants. She sends you with she actually gives you a whole bunch of seeds. She's like, you might want other things. I don't know. She's like, I have them. They'll be good. You have places to grow plants, right?
Sure, yes. I can make places and I can sometimes I have to kind of take them for walks to get real sunshine, but yes, I have places I will put plants in anywhere.
And she'll say, you can take the pots that I have out by the street. I was just going to get rid of them. You can take all of those with you.
Absolutely. And I think Nif would be, just piling everything, like carrying too much, but, making sure she would be trying to carry everything herself.
And we'll say you're on your way back, and we will. I believe that's all the downtime activities. We will cut back to Carrie.
I think that Carrie waited for a little bit to see if anyone would come, and then they realized that no one was coming. And They try to figure out a way to delete the text.
I think that Nif would have been like, "Hey, I just need to go get some plants. We'll come by the cafe after." I don't think Nif would have left Carrie hanging. Just like,
There's little thumbs up emoji and then a plant emoji and then a carrot emoji because Carrie was listening even if they were pretending that they weren't.
Calliope, I think we need to get to the cafe. There are too many kind emojis here from Carrie. I think that something is wrong.
Yeah, a little less abrasive than usual.
Seeing, I think there's enough recognition there that something is wrong that Nif would be again speaking to Carrie, just kind of through the ether, just, we're on our way. We have some plants, but we'll be at the cafe soon. And you can't talk back, so it's great.
Yeah. And I don't think that Carrie's gonna wait. I think that they gave the time and this is important to them. This is very important to them and they can't miss this chance. So they're gonna go in alone.
Okay. And so you enter into the student union. It's a little bit like a food court. There's like lots of little places to get food. Most of them, like by this time of day, like a lot of them have closed. It's past lunchtime. The cafe and the normal cafeteria that's at the far end of the student union is still open for those students who live here and want to eat dinner. But you are looking around, and what was the question you had?
The question, let me check the exact wording. What's really going on here? And they're making a beeline for the cafe.
Okay. So, with that, so you get to the cafe and you see workers are there, but these workers, I mean, they're pretty lifeless to begin with. You know that. You understand what it's like to work this job, but it's more than that. Something is just blink behind the eyes of all the workers here. They are just doing things like you see someone sweeping and then they go to another part and they sweep, but then they return to the same place and sweep again. It's almost like um
A loop?
a little bit of a loop. It's just like they're concealing what they're doing. So which is looking and observing. They are watching everyone else, all the other students coming through this place.
All right. Oh, I'm trying to decide what my follow-up question is. I have so many.
But what's really going on here is as you're watching, you see Raven, who's normally working at this cafe, comes in and it just like they all lock eyes with her. And she just it seems like she's listening to something you can't hear. And then she just nods and they continue their rounds as she goes into like a back office of the cafe.
Okay, real quick follow-up before I go and follow her, because that's absolutely what Carrie is doing. Do these workers have any similarities with the bots that we fought?
No, they do not. They look like normal, everyday humans.
Okay.
They don't seem mechanical, but They definitely seem to be under some sort of charm or mind control.
Okay, okay. So Carrie is going to text the group, can't wait, might be big, going in. And they are going to try to follow Raven into the back.
Okay.
Oh, no, you don't.
Can
I get
can-
that text in Carrie's head. Carrie is hearing, no, we will come. We're on our way.
This
And you
is the
can't.
This is the first time that Carrie's ever had something in their head tell them no, that they probably shouldn't be doing this.
my conscience.
No, it sounds like Nif.
Can Janice get there? I feel like Calliope and Nif like went off to Poppies, and I don't think Janice has done anything since then. Can she have been on her way to the place?
Yeah. Why don't you give me a flow roll? I believe that
Flow
would be
roll?
a relevant thing here. Flow. When you flow,
Oh, I
you
see.
move with grace and adapt to your circumstances.
Okay,
So,
that's a 1.
okay.
Oh,
Okay. I will say you do get there, but if Carrie, what are you deciding to do? Are you going to try and go in without them?
oh, oh! This is hard. I think Carrie's going in. I think that they're too scared that this is going to close, that they're going to get kicked out, and that they're not going to be able to get back in.
Okay. A 1 is a failure on the flow roll. I'm gonna say that you take harm and it's going to be panicked as you see Carrie make the decision to go in. You come right in the nick of time. You are a little too far, but you see Carrie go in.
Okay.
You can choose to resist harm, of course, but you might take more stress.
Well, I have a lot more stress than I have harm slots. I guess I'll resist.
Okay.
I'll try to like remember my space in the practice room, and remember my like relaxation techniques with Moonflower and with Nif, and try to push back the panic.
Okay. I'm going to say that this would be a stars roll. So
Okay. I have a star.
We're all so good at stars.
That's a 1.
okay, you take 5 stress.
Stop
Okay.
rolling ones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Too many ones today.
Are
Stuff's
you
more
eclipsed?
real. I'm close.
Okay, as long as you're not like actually eclipsed. We have people who have links. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna look up what armor does real quick. That might come into play.
Armor lets you choose to take less harm or no harm, depending on the harm, when you're
Okay.
transcended.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, of course, look it up. I might be missing some nuance there. So,
And you can only spend links on people you have links with, correct?
I think you have some abilities that do it differently because you are the unlikely hero. I think other people can spend links with other people on you. Is what it was. It's your only mortal kind of ability. Let me look. Let's look at the reference here.
My sheet seems to suggest that I can spend links on my linked people.
Okay, so there's a couple things. Apparently, I have an additional action during downtime. Oops.
Ooh.
Oh,
Well, I mean, we're still technically in the downtime phase. You can take another one.
Yeah.
And then +1d when rolling to make a connection. So I didn't know that either. Whoops. I really should read things, huh, guys?
We'll get it.
Okay. Well, good to know.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that only mortal had a condition on when you get your hero's destiny. That's interesting. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Okay, so y'all are gonna get to there later, but do you want to use that downtime activity?
Um, I feel like probably because I came in to study that I probably would have spent some time actually doing that.
Oh, so some time in the library.
Yeah,
Okay, so
in my favorite little corner
yeah, the
on like a
hideout,
beanbag or something.
the library gives you 2 XP to stars. So
So that's the like little white boxes, the little square boxes,
correct, where it
not the
says
circle
stars.
ones?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Mhm. Yeah, once you complete that track, you can put a point into one of the star actions.
Right. Okay. Get it down just in time for the game to end.
Hey, I think we're already picking it up faster than we ever picked up D&D. I'm just saying.
True. True.
Okay, so Janice, you see Carrie make a beeline, but you just got to the student union, so you're just like a couple beats behind Carrie. How do you want to pursue?
Carrie is going to go in, and I think that they're going to try to. They're an endurance hunter, so they're going to try to frighten their prey. And so they purposefully let something clatter to the floor to announce their presence, to try to start a chase.
Okay. Um all right, I will have you make what action would you like to roll for that? Because I'd say that would probably be defy.
I was going to ask to roll Defy, so look, it all
Okay.
works out. Also, I would like to remind you that I have old loyalties. I have the outsider feature, old loyalties. They aren't immediately hostile towards me.
Right.
Sorry, I have a really bopping song
So-
playing right now.
Did you take that instead of like reckless or whatever it was? It because that's one of the abilities you can take when you make your character, right?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
ability that I took.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Yeah. Don't worry, I spent a lot of time in Character Creator. That's a 5.
A 5. Okay. We'll say that this is a risky thing to do, so that is a partial success.
All right.
You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, you have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. So that's what I'm going to say, that you're going to end up in a desperate position as
Oh boy.
every worker in this place looks at you as you make this sound. And you see from like the cafeteria area, Helios, Max, and Reese are also here. And you hear a voice from the cafe area, from where the espresso machine is, as Raven leaps over the counter and says, I figured you would make your way here eventually. And all these workers like their faces like kind of morph into like beaks, and like feathers start sprouting at the side of the face.
I just need to know. Are you my bird?
Yes. And she will transcend. She will the shape is different. She doesn't have the wings that she had. They seem small and different. But the long braided hair shows up, the feet turn to talons, and she faces you. And I believe by this point, Janice, you will be able to act.
Carrie doesn't look aggressive. They're just grinning and looking at Corvus like she is the only person in the room.
Okay. Then I guess Janice like bursts in and she's like stressed. um, she bursts in like panting, gasping, and she's like, Carrie, ooh, and she sees Corvus and the other kids kind of morphed out. But she sees Carrie looking kind of like happy and calm and smiling. It's like, ooh, and then she's, I guess Janice is just gonna kind of wait and let Carrie have her moment here and take her cue from Carrie. Like, are these friends? Are these foes? Like she's kind of feeling it out.
I knew that it was you. I would find you in 1,000 lifetimes in 1,000 forms. I would recognize you.
Why'd you leave?
I didn't. It wasn't my choice. I didn't want to. It just happened, and you were never what I meant to leave.
You chose this place. You didn't come back.
How could I have? I failed. I failed, and I am human. I am so pathetically, desperately human with their brittle bones and their stupid body functions and their big hearts.
Yet I see you standing here before me in this pathetic form that you have spent so long. You left me there. The Lords abandoned me. I found my place from your scraps.
You could have come with me. You could have followed me. I would have followed you. I would have followed you to the ends of the world. I would have dived off of them for you. But you didn't follow. You didn't come back for me.
I'm here to end all of this. We will end this place. You've
Don't make
chosen
me
this.
fight you. I don't want to fight you.
I'm going to ask that you give me an express roll.
All right.
This is a desperate, so you will be taking an XP.
Fantastic. Currently, I'm very good at making desperate rolls when it comes to defying or expressing. That is another 5.
A 5. Okay, from a desperate place. She is. You can see a tear form in her face. And she will say, "You've chosen. You've picked this. You are our enemy.
I may
I
be your enemy, but you will never be mine. You are my partner. You are my partner until the day you rip my throat out with your talons."
I'm gonna say that you take harm, and the tag we're gonna use is heartbroken. As she says, "You are nothing to me. I've risen above anything you could have ever imagined." And she will like direct. You see that she looks past your shoulder at Janice, who has entered here, and she
Touch
looking
her
at you,
and I rip your throat out.
"I dare you." And she will direct some of these now crow people who look at you, Janice, and
Carrie?
They head towards you.
Carrie?
They're not friends. They're not friends. Perhaps
Not
they
friends.
never were. And
Um,
Carrie is going to transcend and just try to be a human shield between these people and Janice.
Janice is going to quickly draw the sun, the moon, and the stars from her tarot deck and transcend into Cronus.
I will say that this is probably about the point that Nif and Calliope get to the student union. You at this point you probably haven't heard anything from Tex or anything.
Okay, but probably we're thinking we don't necessarily know that we're going into something that's potentially hostile, right? We just know that we're meeting Carrie here.
Correct.
Okay, so Calliope will walk in. Carrie, it's the biggest tomato I've ever seen.
As you see like a room full of these crow people.
Carrie is crying for the first time that you have ever seen.
Nif, first of all, does Nif recognize that some of these are people that she knows?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that. You see Helios is here.
I think Nif would immediately transcend and like get in front of Calliope.
Okay. And you see so Carrie, you're standing there. Raven / Corvus has not moved, but she cracks a smile and she says, "Take the weak one," and kind of gestures towards Calliope. And they will start making a beeline to Calliope. What would y'all like to do?
Seeing that there are that these are people that we know, and remembering what happened with Maximus, with too many names.
Splendiferous.
Splendiferous Cogwell.
Splendiferous Maximus Cogwell. Nif will once again, she's gonna start singing again, the whole like the perfect pitch, soothing the troubled hearts of foes, trying to kind of reach out and just form connections with these people who are inside there, just like, you know, radiant, naturey hair kind of flowing, and just standing in front of Calliope, just their voice booming through the whole cafeteria to like in just like the most soothing, urgent way possible, I guess, is, you know, weaving its way into everyone's heads.
I'm between empathize and express for this, so do you have a preference?
I mean, seeing as I only have a point in empathize and not express, would
Okay.
be really amazing.
I will say that this is a risky maneuver, which is kind
Okay.
of the default. So,
All right.
you can, of course, choose to like somebody can help, somebody can, you can choose to push yourself, whatever you would like to do.
I don't know that I have stress right now to 5.
5. Okay.
Oh, and no, I can I have a second die because I am soothing the troubled hearts of foes, so I can see if I can get a 6. No, it was a 5 again.
Okay. With a 5. Okay. Um okay. So you try to reach out to as many people in this place as you can. But with a 5, that's a partial success. Your words echo through this place, and but the only person who looks and like as the feathers fade is Helios, as he hears somebody very important to him. And he kind of just wipes his face, and he manages to shake off whatever control Corvus has over him. But that's the only person who seems to respond to your voice.
I'll take it. I mean, it's not enough, but I think there's a huge look of relief that that Concordia, they just can't help but
Mhm.
that having that look of relief. And I think, was that a desperate action?
That was a risky action.
So I get an XP for that?
Only desperate actions.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. Honestly, I feel like that should have been a desperate action considering the broad scope of it. In 4 or 5, that still would have been the same thing. So I'll say get an XP.
Okay.
Take an XP. However, things are moving quickly. People, these crows, I'm just gonna call them crows for the sake of brevity, move towards Calliope, and they kind of box you in as they start to approach you. What would you all like to do?
Oh. I'm gonna do a personal D6 roll.
I'm always here for those times you have to roll for yourself.
Yeah, it's basically deciding if Lycos is more mad or more desperate to protect their friend, and right now it is desperation to protect their friend. So they are
Go coconuts.
go coconuts. So Lycos looks at Corvus, and there are tears in their eyes, but there is so much rage and so much hurt. I'm going to watch you crumble. I'm going to watch everything you built burn. And I'm going to remind you that it is because you didn't care enough, because you didn't come for me. You can blame me all you want. But you could have left too, and you didn't. This is not on me.
This
And
place is not our home, and you
I have
left-
made it my home!
disgusting.
And they are going to get in between the crows and Calliope, and they are not lashing out with their claws or with the knuckles. They're biting at these people in an effort to fend them off. It is brutal and angry.
All right, I'll say that is a defy roll.
Fantastic. I love a good defy roll.
Because they're not exactly focused on you, I'll say this is risky.
All right. Woo. That is a 6.
A 6. Okay. You manage to like tear into a few of these people, pull them away, to protect Calliope.
And they look back. One more quick thing before Kronos goes. I'm very excited to see what it does. They look again at Corvus. I thought that you cared enough about me to protect me, but clearly I was wrong. I know what it means to care about someone. And this is not care. This is not love, even if I thought it was. I loved you. I wish that you could say the same.
I loved you too. And you have no idea the mess you left behind you. And she will like gesture to some of the other people in these crow forms, and they will gather around her and they will start moving away from here. But there's still there's probably 20, 30 people in here still surrounding you. Janice or Calliope, is there anything you would like to do?
I ask a clarifying question. So Corvus and Max and Helios are like kind of like retreating, but there's still like a bunch of other crow people surrounding us.
So Helios has been like kind of shaken from this whole
Okay.
thing and has shaken it. Max and Reese are still
Okay.
are still, but they're here like still like gathering around you. It's a few of the other people who have like come to the aid of Corvus to help her get out of here.
Okay. I would like to defer to Calliope. I feel like Calliope's kind of up in the thick of it, under some like personal duress at the moment.
Yeah, I think for Calliope, there is like an internal wrestling of wanting to help her friends, but feeling like she is sort of useless in this situation where there are a lot of enemies and she has no ability to transcend, and feels more like a liability and a risk for the group. So I think she would try to, I mean, she can't really hide per se, but would just try to keep herself safe if possible.
Okay. I would say that is um I would say in this case that would be flow, because you're trying to move your way out of grabbing hands and just a flood of bodies.
So I don't have anything in that, so that's roll twice and take the lowest again.
Yep, you can always choose to push yourself or somebody can help.
And
Oh,
how
right.
many stress do I take if I assist?
I believe it's one stress. Yeah, one stress to give another player 1d.
Okay.
Plus 1d.
I would absolutely do that.
Okay, thank you. So does that mean that I just do a flat roll?
Yeah, just a flat roll.
Just a flat roll. That's gonna be a 2.
With how desperate this is. Um
Yeah, and I imagine Calliope is like full crying.
yeah. I'm going to say like hands grab at you and are trying to like pull you away from your friends. You do not manage to evade them. I'm going to say you're going to take harm, and I'm going to call it bruised. You can choose to resist this if you want to, but you might take additional stress.
I'll burn a link with Calliope to ignore one harm tag.
Oh, nice.
So you will not to be taking harm.
Okay, fantastic. Thank
How
you.
what do you say or do to help Calliope here?
Oh, sorry.
Janice.
Yeah.
I am going to. Okay, I don't know like how much I can do on my turn. If I can, I want to burn another link to reduce my own stress by 2 ticks and then use my transcendent ability. Is that kosher?
Spend a link. This can affect you, or that
Okay.
is there's not really turns in this case. It's all kind of free form, whatever the narrative really pulls out.
Okay, cool. And in that case, what this looks like is like the Raven people kind of descend on Calliope, and they're plucking at Calliope with their, their talons and their beaks, and they're batting their wings. Kronos is like, Calliope, and thinks about their connection earlier in the day, steals their resolve, and then I'm going to push myself on whatever this roll is going to be to activate my transcendent ability on the other side of time. When you push yourself, choose one of the following additional benefits. You trade places with your fated person, or you briefly remove an ally or a foe from the flow of time. So I want to kind of briefly remove Calliope from the flow of time. Calliope stays put while time moves forward, or I like shoot her forward in time. Either way, I want her to kind of like blink away from the crow people, and able to reappear somewhere a little bit more safe. I'm gonna bend time around Calliope. I'm like,
Okay.
oh, so Kronos is like, hold on, Calliope, this is gonna feel weird.
Calliope hugs her giant tomato.
Calliope,
That's appropriate.
you are, I'm going to call it the purple void, where the place where your dream was, and you see this figure before you again, this figure that is you and not you, and it says, reach out for your truth, reach out and I can help, but you can't move here. There is no time here. But will blink. You are, as the rest of you see Calliope just like blink away.
Kronos, you did that, right?
Yeah, that was me.
All
all
right,
good.
thank you, darling.
There are still crow people here who are very angry with you all, and now this is basically an all-out brawl. So, what did you get on the roll, by the way?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna roll conceal.
Yeah.
So I'm like hiding.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's an appropriate use of conceal, but I'm concealing
I like
Calliope
it.
from. Okay.
Can I spend a link with Janice to give them a plus a dice?
I would appreciate that. So I was at disadvantage. So I'll roll 1d. That's a 6. Sixers.
Excellent. Yeah. No
A
consequences or
critical 6.
anything. Yeah.
Go coconuts.
Go
Go
coconuts.
Go coconuts.
Go coconuts.
I still take 2. Oh wait, I pushed myself. Well,
You
it doesn't
take the
matter.
1 stress, but you've reduced your stress. So
Yeah. You take 2 stress from pushing yourself, right?
push yourself.
Yeah, it says over here on my character sheet, push yourself, take 2 stress, or accept the
Yeah,
poison.
that's it.
What I was thinking was that I pushed myself, so I already had an extra dice, so I should have rolled 2 dice, but oh well.
If you want to roll another one, see if you get another 6. That's a critical.
I'll take the 6. Well, okay, let's see if I can get another one. I did not.
Okay.
So, the 6 roll.
Yeah, because you could have pushed the tide more. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, you just do what you set out to do, which was hide your friend.
I concealed my friend, and I say, yes, Lycos, that was me. And then addressing Corvus for the first time, Corvus, call them off.
Give me a quick express roll.
Okay.
Can I give them a dice because I'm doing the perfect pitch thing and singing, and I am soothing the troubled hearts of foes?
Is that like your ability when you push yourself?
No, it's just the perfect pitch thing. I mean, realistically, it's
Okay.
probably just for me, but we used it that way last time.
You know what? I still like it. You roll. Let's see.
So it says when you sing to inspire your allies or soothe the troubled hearts of foes, roll +1 dice. So it's probably
Okay.
supposed to be me that's rolling the dice.
I think it is. I think this
But-
is specific, like when you use empathize and things.
But I'm so cute.
You seem so good.
It's so good.
In that case, I rolled snake eyes.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
You so here's what's happening. So basically the wave of these people just like overtakes you. You lose sight of Corvus as you're trying to like say something, and you just completely lose track in the blur of these creatures kind of dogpiling you. I will say that it has moved you from a risky to a desperate situation. So future roles are going to be in a desperate place.
Okay.
There's not really any specification in how long you move somebody, right? I guess it's kind of at your discretion. So how
yeah,
long
right.
Calliope's gone.
Calliope's just in the purple zone.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's fine. That doesn't give me like a harm or a stress or anything. I'm just at a desperate position.
Yeah, you end up in a desperate position is what I'm going to give
Okay.
you. So
Okay.
you can of course try
friend,
to resist that too, but that's up to you.
now that
You know what?
Calliope
I'll respond to that by I'm going to burn my special armor to activate another ability of mine called Saw It Coming. It says you can expend your special armor to resist any consequence related to surprise or misfortune. This is misfortunate. To be in two places at once or perform some similar feat of time manipulation. So I think I'm going to also blink into the purple zone for just an instant and then appear somewhere closer to the edge of the crowd, like outside of the immediate swarm.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that you're still in just a risky place, but you don't move into desperate. Excellent.
Okay. All right. Okay, I do that. And then I'll keep Calliope in my pocket dimension first for another moment.
Now that Calliope's out of harm's way, I would like to push myself to perform a superhuman feat of physical force, and Lycos would like to leap over the crowd of birds to tackle Corvus.
Okay. Yeah, I would say that is defy. You spend a stress to gain an extra die on it to push yourself.
Yep,
Or you
You know
spend
what?
2 stress, so
two
Can
stress to spin myself.
Can I assist with that? Can I have blinked myself over to behind Corvus? And so we're kind of like doing like a double team tackle.
yeah, yeah, if you take another stress, you can definitely assist with it.
Do not take another stress.
I'll take another stress.
No,
All
I
right,
do not consent to this.
All right, you have a non-consensual extra dice to your roll.
Thank you. Also, I'm so stressed. I think it's a
I'm
very cool.
fishing. I'm fishing for the eclipse.
Thank you for the extra dice. It's a 6.
Nice.
I got a 1 and a 6.
Do you have dots in defy?
Yeah, I have dots on Defy.
So you get 1 for the dot, and then you got a bonus die from pushing yourself, and you got
Yeah.
a bonus die from Janice. So if you want to roll 1 more, see if you get a critical.
Okay, yeah, let's see if we get a critical.
You did.
You're never gonna believe this.
Shut up.
My beautiful baby purple dice just for Lycos.
I've been rolling ones for myself all night, but here, yeah, you can have an extra 6 on me.
Thank you very much, Dozens.
Okay.
I mean, with 2 6s, that is an even dozen.
You leap over, you perform this superhuman feat. You slam yourself into some of the crows surrounding her. You grab her arm. She looks at you, tears are just streaming down her face.
I think that they're crying too as they like pin her down.
She says, You don't. You left. You won't get the consequences of this.
I think I'm getting the fucking consequences right now. Nothing in the world could be worse than losing you, losing your trust, losing your love. This is my punishment.
She says, Let me go. They'll just send someone worse. They'll send someone who won't care.
I can't get you to stay with me, can I?
Not now.
Please let my friends go.
Give me an express roll. I'm going to say this is a controlled place.
All right, I've got a dot, so. Okay, that's not too bad. That's a 4.
Okay.
Can I burn a stress and assist with this? And I'll say that it's because I'm using that perfect pitch thing, but this way, you know, it's not just
Absolutely. Yeah.
get another dice just in case.
All right, come through, die. Come through, die. Okay, 5. So we got one better.
Okay. Hmm. I'm going to give you a poison promise. If, and this is going to be a little bit above the table, it's going to be a little bit in character. If she will come with you if you want her to. But worse things will happen in the future. Something terrible will come, something uncontrolled and unknown to you.
Lycos looks at her and looks back at Kronos and Concordia and the spot where Calliope would be. And they pause and then they take off one of the little metal pieces of their suit and they press it into her hand. That way you can say that you gave it your best effort and you got in some good hits. I'm sorry. I am.
She kisses you. And then she runs. The piece of armor in her hand held close to her chest as she gives one look back at you with tears. And
Carrie,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Carrie just looks at her for a very long moment. And I think that the transformation, the transcendence drops. And they're just on their knees, so completely human, experiencing their first heartbreak.
Okay. The what she does do is that a few of the crows go with her, but the ones that remain here, they start to change back. They seem to all shake off what is happening to them as Corvus chooses to let them go.
I bring Liope back into the time stream as soon as it seems like it's the thing's over.
Yeah, these people look around like they don't know why they're here. I guess they see all transcended, but yeah, Calliope, you snap back as if like no time has passed for you.
And if finally, or sorry, Concordia finally stops singing. So when we think of this, you have to remember they were singing the whole time. But it was eerily beautiful. So I think that's appropriate.
One of the crows was like one of the maintenance people, and she says, Go LARP in the quad, please."
Harry looks up at her and just starts sobbing, full body.
I
I
think
went.
before Concordia untranscends, Concordia would run after Corvus and just like calling out to her in this voice that is too hard to not hear. You'll find your way back to us. We will bring you back, and you can see what it is to be part of something that is healing. We know you're hurting, but there's so much more. And like trying to give them this kind of feeling of, you know, again, trying to like soothe the troubled hearts of foes. And I think I would do like a forgive. This like,
Yeah.
you've been hurting us, but before I do that, can I spend a link with Janice to take away 2 of my stress?
Of course.
Thank you. And I feel like that works because, you know, the stress came off with Calliope disappearing.
Mhm.
So I'm then also going to push myself and take those 2 stress back to try it. So can I keep this in perfect pitch?
Yeah, absolutely. Mhm.
Okay.
Also,
so
I
that's
can take away some of your stress. So I've got 3 links with you, so we can take off 6.
so have a dot and forgive, so that's 1 dice.
Mhm.
Perfect pitch, and then an assist that gives me 3 dice. Please be good. Please be good. No, the highest is a 4. I mean, it's still a
Four.
success, but not a great
Okay.
one.
All right. Hmm.
I mean,
Let
I
me
don't know
see.
if it affects something now, but I wouldn't mind planting a seed for later too.
Yeah, I think that's gonna have to germinate, as it were.
Appropriate.
Mhm.
I think while Concordia is doing that, Kronos is going to drop Transcendence, and Janice is going to go over to Carrie and like put her arms around him and try to comfort them and be like, it's okay. I know that it hurts now. You have us, and we're your family now.
I just I don't know what to do.
You just move forward. It's like there was an alternate timeline where you and Corvus were best friends and you were together. And now we've crossed over into this one and it's different. And if it helps, you can think of it that way and know that there's still another timeline where you still are best friends. It's not gone. It's just not accessible right now. It's just different.
Well, I'm glad in this timeline I at least have you.
Me too.
Calliope will
And
also run over to Carrie and give them a hug, and we'll start with some ice cream.
all right, that sounds good.
You're not going to put the
And
tomato on it, are you?
No, I will not. I was told it's very good with cream cheese and bagels, neither of which my mother allows to be in the house, but I will figure it out.
we can always steal some cream cheese and bagels from my work. It's fine.
Fantastic.
And Carrie pauses for a second and then just kind of buries themselves in the hug.
Point of order. Does Helios know that Nip is a superhero?
Did you tell him?
Probably not.
Okay, then no. He doesn't know. He doesn't know why he's here.
I think having gone
Do
out
any of
the
us?
having gone out the back to run after Corvus, I think once the bird people and Corvus disappeared, Nif would use that as an opportunity to untranscend and then loop around to come through the front door again and just be like, "Oh, what happened here? Oh my gosh, is everybody okay?"
Little sitcom moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Carrie's sobbing in the corner.
I think partly because Nif has the sense that she is not Carrie, would maybe not be what Carrie finds comforting. But also, you know, there is another responsibility here. I think Nif would go first to Helios. And I saw some people that looked like birds running away. Did something happen here? Are you okay?
I didn't see any birds, but I was supposed to be doing some tutoring. I was just trying to make a little extra money. And then I'm here. I think I just want to go home and I want to go to sleep, if that's okay.
Yeah. Do you want to wait a few minutes and then I'm just gonna check in with my friends and I'll take you home because if your head's not right, I don't want you to.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's okay.
hey,
Yeah, go to your friends if they
yeah.
need. Yeah, I'll be
Okay.
okay.
I have an extra cookie. Here, have a cookie.
He'll have the cookie as he's just looking around. Um, I think in the interest of time, we can deal with some of the other fallout of what's happening here next session. As you look around, Helios and Reese have been freed. Max is nowhere to be found. But that's not a problem for right this moment. So, I know we're going a little over, but we should do our achievements for this, as you did complete the mission in as much as it was heartbreaking to do so.
We won, everybody! Great job!
Go coconuts.
Go
Coconuts.
Coconuts.
So what is it that we're having to do?
So we take turns reading our advancement questions for character sheet. I mean, we can start with the series first, actually. Let's do that. I'll pull that up. So gaining XP. So you successfully carried out a mission from the series list. Yep. You
Yay!
confront the world's oppression and comfort those who suffer. Yes.
So
Explore the nature of darkness and redeem those who have fallen.
We tried.
yeah, through no lack of effort.
I
I
know.
forgave.
You did forgive. Which I think like expresses the essential nature, origin, or destiny of the group. So honestly, I think you've comforted more than one person throughout this. So it looks like we have a series level up. So we get to pick a
Woo!
series ability.
Ooh.
We have by Starlight, each protagonist may add +1 action rating to forgive, empathize, or flow. Pure Hearts gain +1D when you roll Moon or make a connection. Power of the Moon, the protagonists hold on. The protagonists hold on to hope until the very end, even in the face of utter despair. When rolling Eclipse, you may adjust your result by 1 level. You can also do Shrine Keepers, which is adding more of a shrine to your hideout. And there's multiple different things. I won't read all of them. And Redemption, when determining dice for your engagement roll. Oh, I forgot to do engagement roll. Whatever.
It's
it was great.
fine.
If you answer yes to is this mission particularly noble or heroic, all protagonists clear 1 stress. When you rescue an innocent or redeem an enemy, mark series XP. It sounds like, I mean, from my perspective, Redemption seems most
I
to
think there's
be
a couple of other ones. The Hope is Strength, Unshakable and Tireless.
right. You have Unshakable already. That's a transcendent ability. So those are abilities you get in Transcendence. You can also get one of those. You can choose one of those. We have Hope is Strength. Each protagonist marks a transcendent action dot in Forgive, Empathize, and Flow. Or Tireless, your first and last action rolls made well. That's another thing. Forgot. Every time y'all do an action as transcended, we're supposed to be marking them on a track because
Oh, I've been marking them.
Okay,
Yeah.
good,
Me too.
cool. I forgot. So cool. Your first and last action rolls made while transcended count as recovery rolls for you, in addition to their other effects. If you are still transcended at the end of a mission, mark 2 segments on your recovery clock. So those are all the abilities you can pick from. We can also choose to pick these off camera if we want to discuss it further.
Yeah, and I also kind of wonder if we should save this for the beginning of next session rather than running over.
That's fair. I was trying to do it while it's fresh in our mind. So
I get that, but I feel like we're going to be here another 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and I don't know that I want to be here for another 20 to 30 minutes.
That's fair. Okay.
I think that, I think it makes sense to save this discussion for offline / the beginning of next session. But I think that we should maybe do our like XP bits together right now.
Yeah.
Is that a fair compromise?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So I guess I'll go first for XP. I addressed a challenge with understanding your coordination.
Yeah. I'd say yes.
Yeah.
Do you think I did that multiple times?
I think so. Yeah. Get 2 XP for that.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right. I expressed my beliefs, drives, role, or background. I feel like I did that a couple of times.
Yeah.
I feel
All
like I
right.
saw your role come out during like downtime.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That means that I have just completed the XP track on my playbook, so I'm going to keep track of that.
Yay!
And then I have one more from that. I struggled with issues from my promises or obligation.
I don't know. Do you feel like you did?
I
mean,
mean, you struggled with the carrots.
I struggled
Yeah.
with the carrots. I'll take one for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I embodied my eclipse or displayed the contents of my heart.
Your eclipse is like feeling fractured or split.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I saw much of that. I think
I
I saw
mean-
contents of your heart.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say contents of your heart's a big one.
Yeah, I think
especially sharing Poppy with Calliope.
yes.
Oh,
I think that was
yeah.
a big one.
Yeah,
So take an
so-
XP for that for sure.
Yay! Excellent. I'm going to put those two of those 3 XP that I got into Moon, so I can also get another. Actually, I'm going to put those all 3 into Sun to get me closer to that.
Okay. Who wants to go
And
next on their questions?
I think I get a veteran ability when I do my whole playbook, or how does that?
I don't remember. I don't think. I'll look it up and we'll come
yeah,
back to it.
yeah,
so.
yeah.
I can go next. My questions are: you addressed a challenge with foresight or revelation.
Yeah. Say a couple of times.
I mean, you
you
were like actively working on Calliope, or not Calliope, Nif. You were actively working.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to work that. You expressed your beliefs, drives, role, or background.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You struggled with issues from your promises or obligation.
Yeah, your main stressor was like, hey, it's possible that, the person I'm chosen to prevent a calamity from. I think the stress over that, I think you at least get an XP for that
Cool.
because that's your promise.
Yeah. Yeah. And then my last one was you embodied your eclipse or displayed the contents of your heart. And my eclipse is like just giving up to fate and embracing like the inevitable. Which I don't think I did. I feel like I was working towards
No.
trying to change fate.
Yeah, you were
But I'd give
actively
you-
fighting fate, but I think contents of your heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd give you one on contents of your heart.
Honestly, like I will flat give y'all contents of your heart. This was such y'all were great. So
All right, so that fills up my playbook XP with 2 overflow. So I'll take a new ability and I'll move 2 from playbook into one of these other tracks, maybe into. I'll think about that. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
all right, Carrie.
All right, so I addressed a challenge with individual action or aggression. I feel
Yes.
like yes.
2 XP.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I
Definitely.
did
Oh, yeah.
that multiple times.
Yeah.
You know, Carrie likes to be an aggressive character, which works out well. Why won't you add the fucking XP? You expressed your beliefs, drives, roles, or background.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
so.
Mhm.
I
I
think
feel like
that
your background was like the whole plot point of
Yeah.
the 3rd phase.
Mhm.
yeah.
I
So
would
that means
argue 2. I would argue 2 points for that.
awesome. 2 points. Do you think that's fair, Mal?
Yeah, I think so.
Fantastic. That means I get a playbook level up.
Cool.
So I'm gonna real quick deal with that XP. Go away. You struggled with issues from your promises or obligation. I think definitely obligation with the
Mhm.
midterm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think just 1 from that.
Mhm.
And then you embodied your eclipse or displayed the contents of your heart.
Yeah, get
Hard.
an XP
Really
for that.
hard.
Yep.
What if I could get 2 XP for that? Because I,
mean,
made
honestly,
people
2
cry.
XP. Yeah, like
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. That is mine.
All right, for me, you addressed a challenge with compassion or honesty.
Yeah, I think that you did that.
Righty. You express your beliefs, drives, role, or background.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Yeah.
You struggled with issues from your promises or obligation. I would say the keeping NIF safe obligation or
Yes.
promise.
Honestly, and you struggled with your uh, obligation to your mother too. So
Yeah.
you get
Yeah,
2
so I
extra
think
for
that that's a 2.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. And then you embodied your eclipse or displayed the contents of your heart. And my eclipse is the weak, useless, unworthy of their friendship, not
Yeah.
who they need you to
Yes.
be.
I
Mhm.
feel like that one was another multiple stage one.
Yeah, I think so.
So that puts my playbook at full.
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, we'll discuss what abilities we chose at the beginning of next time. Let's go ahead and do our outros.
S-
Yeah. Um
Same
So-
order, basically.
yeah, same order. Which begins with Chantel.
Hello, I am Chantel. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing Nif, Winifred. Their pronouns or her pronouns are she, her, uh, who transcends to Concordia, whose pronouns are they, them. And I'm playing the playbook, The Harmony. Once again, I'm doing nothing other than this. So if you like me, you can catch me here on Tuesday evenings.
All right. Hello, everyone. I am Elle. If you would like to see if I will continue to be Elle, you can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic. Those are the ones on the social medias. You can find me here every Tuesday playing Carrie/Lycos, who uses they, them pronouns and is the outsider playbook. And you can also find me on Bardic Inspiration Network a lot, including this coming up Wednesday for the premiere of our Power Rangers game, Power Rangers Monster Force. I play a Pink Ranger named Kane who is doing their best and is pretty much the opposite of Carrie in most ways. So it's going to be very fun.
Amazing.
And they have a really cool Zord that I can't talk about yet because we're not technically there. Yay! It's Dozens time.
Hi, I'm Dozens, he, they pronouns. I am here on Tuesday nights where I'm learning my order in the intros and outros. And I also stream sometimes here, Minecraft and other games. I play in this game Janice Quinn, time traveler, she, they pronouns, slash Chronos, its pronouns. You can find me on Mastodon at Dozens at tiny.tilde.website. And I also make weird little games on itch.io, which you can find at dozens.itch.io.
Awesome. I am Siliqui Jaden. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me everywhere on the social medias as Fat Sapphic Bro. I'm here Tuesday nights, 6 to 9 p.m. PST, playing Calliope Rodriguez, she, her pronouns, and Verdaj eventually, they, them pronouns. Also, I'm usually here Sunday evenings from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. PST, and most Mondays from 3 to 6 p.m. PST. So come hang out with me wherever I am.
Awesome. And I'm Mal, aka Archangelic. You can find me here running this game for these wonderful people. Thank you, wonderful people. You can also find me on this channel Sunday nights playing running Arrow of the Dragons, our homebrew D&D 5e game. And also we stream, me and Jaden are streaming Baldur's Gate 3 on Sunday. You can find various links for me on my website, archangelic.space. And that's all for me. I want to take a moment to thank User, our producer. Thank you so much for helping us stream this. We could not do this without you. And thank you everyone who has who is still with us watching as we run a little bit over. We love you all, and we hope to see you next week. All right, bye,
Go
y'all.
coconuts.
Go
Go
coconuts.
coconuts.
Go coconuts!